public comment. Megan Miller is online. Megan, are you with us?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Welcome.
Thank you. I am just one example of what really is going on with the children in Kansas. Just one example. This is hard to share, but important to understand. Today marks 290 days since I've seen my 5 children. This is not just one isolated struggle. It's a part of an 11-year journey through a family court system that has deeply failed us. I had a wonderful weekend with my 5 kids, dropped them off to school, and I was notified about the emergency hearing, and then my kids were gone. No goodbyes, nothing. Since then, I've spent thousands on reunification therapists and still haven't spoken to my kids, despite Missouri granting me 80% custody after a lengthy costly legal battle. Kansas refuses to honor that decree. Now I'm left without my children or financial means to continue the fight. Yet, even though DCF confirmed no wrongdoing, the family court system has taken my children based off false claims. This isn't just my loss, it's my children's and also hundreds of other parents I have personally met here in Kansas that are going through the same thing. My children are without their mother, their pets, and their home they shared, forced into a system that has been ignored their needs. It's traumatic to keep us apart without cause, yet the courts continue to act as if it is in the best interest of their children. Every day I wake up fighting for my children, but this isn't just about me. It's about every parent who has been torn apart from a broken system. We deserve a system that values truth, one that honors and establishes custody agreements, prioritizes children's mental health, and respects the bond between a parent and a child. Today, I'm asking the committee to bring accountability to reform the family court. Families like mine shouldn't have to endure years of hardship and heartache. I'm here to be a voice for my children, every other child denied their mother or father without just cause. Thank you for the time and for the consideration, the real impact of these policies on our families. I hope you'll work with us to make a meaningful change that restore justice and empathy and hope in our system. Thank you.
Megan, thanks for your patience and coming online and sharing your story. Are there any questions for Megan or any of the other conferees that spoke during public comment? Senator Gossage.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Megan, thank you for being with us today and for waiting. Aware of your story, have you reached out to the Child Advocate's Office?
Yes, I have, and I've spent, they interviewed me for over an hour, and because my children aren't in DCF anymore, or my 4 were never in part of DCF, only my oldest, but because my kids are not at all a part of DCF, DCF came back saying that I was a good mother, that they can't help me. And they were at loss. They couldn't believe that I hadn't seen my kids for so long and that they're literally held away from me all because of and the family court system. No due process was ever done.
Thank you for being here, Megan.
Thank you, Ms. Gosling.
Representative Ruiz.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Megan, are your kids in Kansas or Missouri? I'm a little confused.
Sorry, they're in Kansas. So my divorce was final in Missouri, and right after my divorce was final, my ex took me to court in Kansas because I'd moved over the state borders to Kansas to be closer to family during my divorce, and the judge granted me the ability to stay here because my older 2 went to school by that point. And so then my ex took me back here after that, and so I've been in court ever since. So from 2013 to today, I've been in court. Now I'm actually in both courts. I'm in Missouri now too.
So in your testimony, you said the courts refused to acknowledge the Missouri decree. So it's the Kansas courts that's refusing to acknowledge the Missouri decree?
Yes, and I have actually spoken to many people that have moved here from Mississippi, from Washington, that the family court won't even acknowledge the decrees.
Yeah, it's not the first time I've heard this either. And what is the decree?
30-page long decree stating that we had 3.5 years of testimony, 6 days of court. That's why it costs $350,000 from me. And the judge saw the truth, saw the divorce decree stated that I got 80%. Their dad only got every other weekend for 2 nights and 1 dinner every Wednesday. My divorce decree also states that my ex-husband's nanny couldn't be my kid's caregiver, but yet he married her after the divorce, and now she has my kids full time with my ex. I had my children 8% for over 8 years too, by the way.
All right. Thank you, Megan. We'll see if we can speak to someone on your behalf.